Yeah, let me get a number two extra large with a Diet Coke. Yeah, so is football pizza the biggest size you have? Could you put like two football pizzas on top of each other and deliver that to me in the next 5 minutes? Thanks. Let me just get like 6 orders of fries. That's all I really want. Does diet affect your mental health? Let's talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to another episode of Therapy Thursdays. Every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, a new video gets released on a therapeutic topic meant to bless you and enrich you and help you live the best life possible. Before we get into it, please click that red subscribe button underneath this video, like the video, share the video, and let's get the content out there. This week's episode, I want to talk about diet. And again, with every topic that I talk about, I always talk about my experience with said topic, whatever it is. So there's always studies out there and doctors to say things. And again, everything I'm saying on this show should be taken with a grain of salt. I am not a licensed professional by any means. I'm sharing my experience, my life, and hopefully it'll bless you guys. I'm not saying you need to do things my way, but I want to share my experience. And if some people can learn from that, can benefit from that, then it was worth it. But I want to talk about diet and your diet, my diet, and its effects on mental health. And I've had an interesting experience with this. I personally have been overweight the good majority of my life. I just recently lost 76 pounds and I'm feeling wonderful, amazing. And because I'm so focused on my mental health, and I've learned to become really self-aware, I've picked up on a lot of things about myself that are a direct correlation to my diet. Again, I'm not suggesting any diet specifically, but me personally, I've seen a lot of success with the keto diet. Keto is short for ketogenic, puts you into a state of ketosis where your body burns fat for fuel. And it's interesting because I was always known for this, but mostly myself, I felt this and recognized this with myself. I was always tired. Before I really went after my mental health, I was always depressed. I was down and out. All I wanted to do was work, eat, and sleep. Like I hated life and I didn't want to do anything. And now the complete opposite. Now that I've focused on my healing, I have an abundance of energy. I love life. I love myself. And I love helping other people like you watching this video to become the best version of yourselves. But my experience with keto has been really interesting because one of the biggest things I've felt and have experienced is you've experienced mental fog before, where you feel like I'm just not thinking as clearly as I could be, and sometimes my thoughts jumble together. I can't distinguish one thought from another. I've been that way, and again, I'm not endorsing any diet. This is just my experience, but once I started changing up my diet, I removed sugar, I removed carbs, I removed processed foods, and I started eating more natural foods, organic foods, wholesome foods, healthy fats. My brain starts working better. I think very clearly now. I am very much in control of my body. Anxiety has reduced, depression has reduced, and I think a lot of that has to do with my diet. And this is how I know that it has a lot to do with my diet, because I've done well for so long, and I am human, and I've had weak moments where I've fallen back into eating garbage and the old things that I used to eat. So I was feeling good for so long that I got used to it. And I got used to the mental clarity and no fog and feeling great and having energy and just happy and loving life. And when I slipped back to eating old things, garbage, carbs, I felt the difference in my mind. I felt that fogginess coming back. I felt sluggish. I felt tired. I had a lack of energy. But most importantly and most scary, or scarily, if that's a word, I felt my depression coming back. I felt anxiety coming back. Like one of the ways that I knew my anxiety was back, when I was at the height of my anxiety in the midst of the beginning of therapy and really digging deep and going to my old issues and facing old traumas and facing my addictions, what I noticed is when my anxiety was high, I would curl my toes in my shoes. If anybody with anxiety has gone through that, you know exactly what I'm talking about, where you just kind of need this relief, or you have to squeeze something. Maybe you're squeezing your fists together or you're curling your toes. But I went back to my old way of eating for a few weeks, I think about 4 weeks. And I felt that anxiety, that tension come up inside of me. And what really scared me is one day I started curling my toes from that anxiety. And I was like, whoa, I haven't done this in years. And it scared the hell out of me. But more importantly, it showed me how my diet can affect my mental health. And you think about it, it's your brain, it's your mind. It's going to function off of what you feed it. If you feed it natural, healthy foods that your body needs and craves, it's going to work to its optimal potential. But if you're putting in sugar and refined carbs and processed foods and things that just aren't natural but are so prevalent in our society, your body wasn't meant to handle that. So it's going to process it and digest it, of course, because the human body is amazing, but we're not going to be optimal. We want to be optimal and work at 10 out of 10 at 100% capacity. So if we're putting in the wrong fuel, our actions are not going to be what they should be, or at least not to the potential that they could be. So I was living for so long with this potential of, man, I'm on the moon right now. I'm so high and have so much energy and positivity and mental clarity. Like I can take on the world, to all of a sudden, man, I don't want to leave the house. I would just want to stay in my bed all day and eat all day and just watch Netflix until I fall asleep and repeat the cycle all over again. I don't like that. And I've experienced that. I felt that. And that showed me, man, diet will affect your mental health a lot. So today's episode, this week's episode, I just want to talk about the importance of dieting. If you've never questioned your diet, I want you to look at the things you're putting into your body. Do some research. Again, I'm not advocating for one specific diet over another or some kind of meal plan or eating lifestyle. Like, every body is different. Literally, your physical body, every body is different. So find what works for you, but you want to run at your optimal capacity. And not only you want to be optimal, but you don't want your diet to bring you down and bring down your mental health. And if you didn't know that, guess what? I'm glad you know now. Your diet affects your mental health. So if this show is focused on becoming the best version of yourself and being mentally healthy, well, one of the steps is your diet, and it's very essential. It's very needed. So I implore you, man, do some research, question your diet, see what you're eating, what you're putting in your body, and then see the results of it. Are you sluggish? Are you tired? Do you have mental fogginess? You can't think clearly, like you don't want to be around people. Are you irritable? A lot of that can come from your diet. So I want to use this episode to challenge you. Look at what you're putting in your body. Is it giving you the results you need? Is it holding you back in life? And if so, make some changes. Put good food in your body, remove the garbage, and you're going to feel different. And we want to be the best possible. So we got to put the best fuel in our system so we can become the best people possible. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, please follow me on all my social media channels. My handle is @PositiveMarcus. Please sign up for my mailing list on my website at sharethepositivity.com. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share the video. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next week. Peace.